Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Diablo 3. We are standing in the edge of the abyss, and we're actually gonna take our first step into the ARREAT crater on our journey to defeat Azmodan this episode.
I am close to Azmodan, and his desperation is clear. Whatever vile contraptions he uses to aid his army will not be enough to protect him from me.
So, have ourselves a
You've
waypoint
killed
here.
one of my playthings. Now, you have my undivided attention.
Another demon. She will die like the rest of them.
Cydaea. A speed bump on the way to Azmodan himself. Ooh, messenger.
Maiden of lust, I have need of your ample services. Drag yourself out of whatever carnal corner of the burning hells you lounge in, and bring your daughters with you. Be wary. The enemy has proven to be both cunning and strong. But the mortals have always been easy prey for you, have they not?
Look, it's Bring Your Daughter to Work Day in the Burning Pits of Hell. Lovely. So, just building up our bonus again, and then we're gonna move forward. So was that a goblin that I heard? Sounded like, yes, exactly, down there. Definitely can murder you. We revive some things, and then we fight back against whatever it was that followed us here. But at least the goblin lies dead. It's one that moves a little bit more than some of the more recent goblins have, but it went down. Oh wow, Imperial. That is one step up from Marquise. That is a boatload of recovery, even though it's not a boatload of damage and toughness. So, yeah, for now, this is gonna be it. Oh, some blues. A little bit more cautious about that. Knockback, health link, frozen and plagued. Be careful with positioning. And once the mages start killing over, they generate the corpses for our revives. Oh wait, note to self. Let's actually get my health bonus up first, before we think about that. Oh, as before, once we got the health bonus up to a couple minutes, then we can start thinking about other minions, and until then, it's just gonna be mages. So the corpses do get a little bit too much to micromanage if you want to think about revives and mages and keeping your health bonus up.
Your death nears.
Of course, no. If we keep casting a lot of mages, they keep generating a lot of corpses, so they keep increasing the duration, and we're all good. We're already up to 2 minutes. Another chest, and I think we might have gone off onto the wrong end. Yeah, there was a side exit over there. Luckily, we do have a teleporter skill. That's gonna help us.
I'm afraid not.
Well, okay, you're a little bit of a naysayer. Wonder if we could have teleported over that or not. Okay, unexplored areas. Let's get ourselves an army before moving forward. Oh yeah, note to self, if we just send the skeletons in, then their life gain on hit is gonna benefit us tremendously. So after using a lot of health for traveling long distance, sending in your skeletons for the heal is pretty darn useful. Also, it just focuses them and gets them in exactly the right place. So there's that. We're up to 2 minutes. Yeah, sort of kind of okay. We can just start to get some of the revives up now. Still, while walking, if corpses drop behind us, it's just easy to mop them up. And then in the next fight, simply use some of the foes again to get revives. There's a bit of a difference from how revives were used back in Diablo 2, where they had a pretty long duration. I think they were much more of a precision tool. You picked exactly what kind of minion you wanted to revive. And in here, because the duration of the revives is so short relatively to some of the other skills. It's an AoE simply because you're just throwing up some bodies and it doesn't really matter what, because they'll be dead before you even realize which minions are revives and which ones are not. Uh, 2 minutes, but we are pushing it.
Your misbegotten kind is creation's greatest sin, but your time is done. You will find only death
Oh, hello.
in my realm.
There's some, yeah, frozen. Let's just focus on getting the little mobs out of the way, like that.
That is not possible.
And then, okay, so vortex, a wormhole, frozen and a thunderstorm, and chicken. Ah, frost. Okay, so we can't blood rush out of being frozen, so that's something to remember. The witch doctor, I believe, actually can escape out of being frozen because, of course, he turns incorporeal. In our case, well, if we are frozen, then it doesn't really matter that we can make our blood go. Our blood will be frozen as well.
Feel my wrath!
Okay. Onwards to the Tower of the Damned, level 1. The sheer scale of this. Some big kind of demon thing that we're looking down upon. It's my very first playthrough of this on the, I believe on the launch night back in 2012. I think it was 2012. The big things standing beside the road, they were a little bit scary. I didn't quite know what to expect of them. And I had expected them to at some point just try to grab me or attack me or kill me or to eventually become my foes. They were terrifying. Uncertainty is definitely an interesting force. Okay, that is the exit that we need to get to. And lots of corpses have to be devoured on our way there. Three minutes, so we're slowly gaining. Trick of these areas is it's a tower and it just spirals down. So all you gotta do is keep finding the spiral
eternal torment.
Okay, there's minions up ahead, that means there must be a rare. You. Orbiter, Horde, Mortar, Frozen. Oh, Frozen is still one of the modifier that most scares me out of all the modifiers that mobs can have. Or rather than scare, maybe the word that I have the most respect for. There might be a better way to phrase it. Got out in time.
Well done.
67. And the boss is already dead because a death's breath was lying on the floor. Okay, let's consume a bunch of corpses. And then we walk into the next fight. I like how that goes. Don't even have to ask for it.
You've met my daughters,
Hello.
I see. Are you enjoying their company?
Okay, let's just select some more revives. Even though we're mostly using them as the generic skeletons rather than actual revives of whatever it is that is around here. That's always because it's really difficult to make out what the exact difference is. Not stand in the
That is not
fire
possible.
breath. Also, let's just keep using our minions. Okay. I said let's not stand in the fire breath. What do? I stand in the fire breath and then I stand in another fire breath. Okay. Clearly. That is not the way to go. Fire breath hurts. Quite a bit.
If I did not know better.
I must wait longer.
Okay, go healing potion. It helps.
Your presence pleases me. Every step brings you closer to my embrace.
This demon is very strange.
Demon of Lust. It's a bit weird compared to the other demons. Most of the demons tend to be more about pain and suffering. This one has a slightly different strategy. But in the end, it doesn't really matter if she is demon of unspeakable evils, torment and torture, or the demon of kittens and sunshine. She's a demon, and therefore she dies, because she is in between me and Azmodan. Hello there. Yes. And power train. Resource regeneration. Sure. For Necromancer, I suppose that's a little more awkward. We probably gain a bit more essence per kill, but do we also get more corpses per kill? So that would be interesting. Okay. Enemies. Oh, enemies. Yes, exactly. Phase beasts can teleport, but so can my skeletons. So just trying to use the opportunity here to just stack up a lot of corpses for satiated.
That is a powerful foe over there.
Okay, powerful foe. I think I see two different kinds of modifiers, so that means there's two blue packs in there. Definitely more on the interesting side. Okay, I got myself into a weird corner. Let's get out of that. Here, my skeletons are still just focused on a single foe, helping me extend my life quite a bit.
That is not possible.
Just do some reviving here, and then absorb all the other corpses. Tactical retreat, and then just attacking with renewed strength. It tends to work most of the times, actually.
No.
Yes, it does work most of the time, actually. Silly Necromancer, disagreeing with me. There we are, Heart of the Damned.
All the pain and suffering you're enduring. You must be dying to meet me.
Is that a pun? I think that's a pun. Okay, let's pick a direction, any direction. Let's go left. Okay, so those phase beasts, as their name kind of implies, they teleport around. Normally as a caster without a bazillion minions running around. That means that they might appear when you don't want them to. In our case, there's so many distractions. Poor phase beasts just don't know who to attack.
I feast on their agony, their eternal anguish.
Yeah, you really sound like a lovely person.
The chains tear at their flesh. Hear their screams. Such sweet music.
Yeah, I think she's talking about those big demon things. They're basically just getting tortured for pleasure. Lovely.
Oh, you are so eager. I suppose I should introduce myself. I am Cydaea, Maiden of Lust, Consort of Azmodan.
Yeah. So we're meeting the Mrs. before we're meeting the Mister. Oh, to say that he's...
How invigorating. Play with my daughters. I do not wish to tire you out.
Could say that Azmodan is nice, no? ladies first and all that. He knows his manners. Though you wouldn't expect it from a demon like that. Hello there, Sinheart. You are the true objective here. Split.
I can feel the blood hemorrhaging from the Sin Heart. Oh, you will pay for this.
Okay, and I think we have found ourselves an upgrade for at least one of the rings. Cool. This is just a massive stats upgrade as well. That's a easy pick. Small stats upgrade, sure. And this one, trade off, but we're not using the golem, so yeah, for now we'll just leave it as what it is. Okay.
This demon
Let's
seems to
consume all
enjoy
the
the sound
corpses.
of her own voice. She is starting to make my head ache.
I guess Azmodan and Cydaea have something in common there. Fast, arcane, water, vortex. That's a tricky one to get away from if it plays its cards right. Okay, and another Death's Breath. Used to be that Death's Breath actually was an item that you had in your inventory. These days just hides out in the crafting items thing here, so it just stacks up with everything else and becomes a shared resource. Oh, hello there, yellow. You get my skeleton's attention. Just slowly work our way backwards here. Oh, let's get out of
These
there.
abominations must die! A most thrilling battle!
Okay. That actually got us a couple of corpses. Oh, you. You were waiting, right? Yeah, now you don't have to back up with your friends. Bad move, buddy. ARREAT crater, level 2.
So close now. So close.
Okay, again, raw stats mean this is an upgrade. So, let's just enjoy that. And if we're next to a waypoint, we might as well just empty our pockets before we move forward. Okay. And yeah, we'll change the look later. Back to the ARREAT crater level 2. Okay, just building up an army of revives. Excellent. And then there is another yellow. Horde, Nightmarish Desecrator, and Thunderstorm. Well, just make sure I keep my army maxed. And I'm sure eventually it will bite the dust. More corpses in the back. Oh, and keep our mages up. Boom. Demon says split. And then hoover up all the corpses for ourselves. Haha, lovely. I mean, if you consume all the corpses that the mages and the revives leave behind, that is 20 corpses at the end of every fight. That of course grants us another 40-second duration on satiated. Okay. Let's send in the skeleton cavalry. Excellent. Hey, I heard a goblin. There you are, treasure goblin. Be hunted. Okay, get some mages up. That worked rather well. And then the goblin dies. Because mages, they hurt a lot. What I remember from the ARREAT crater, most of the time if you just aim on keeping heading to the top right, you're probably gonna end up at Azmodan's sooner rather than later. Okay. I think a couple of those enemies, they will just follow me around anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you move forward. And just hover up some more corpses as revives. Oh, we actually revived one of those worm things. Funny. Okay, then I think we should be able to get up there. Let's send in the skeletons.
Serve me!
So that was a charm, that was a chicken offensive. Yeah, we do have some nice crowd control, as well as boatloads of minions. It's a nice synergy with the enchanters.
The grave beckons.
Lovely.
I'm afraid not.
And then we hoover up all the corpses, and we are now up to 5 whole minutes. Okay, road continues.
You think you know pain, Nephilim? You think you know anguish? Soon my concubine will show you their true meaning.
Vile forces are closing in. Raise your weapon.
Okay. Some blues. Poison enchanted, wallers. Then it becomes a reflect and teleporters. Just keep our army up. And everything's gonna be alright. And most of the time he starts taunting just before the exits, so we ought to be on the right way. Exactly. There's an exit over here.
You will make a
There
find.
is bitter cold above us, and seething heat below. We have rather ill luck, do we not?
Tower of the Cursed.
I do hope you're not in over your head.
Why must she be so disgusting?
Apparently this is a upgrade for toughness. And another slight upgrade. Cool.
Perfect.
Let's swap rings and see if any is an upgrade. Nope, it's not. Wow, that's a rather nice amount of increased life regeneration for level 66 items. You can't craft the 66 tier, but you can find it. And obviously it's more powerful than the 61 tier items.
My insight grows.
68. I might have a couple more skill points to have a look at here. Or runes, rather. Land of the Dead gives us the Land of Plenty. You are healed for 2% of your maximum life whenever you kill an enemy while Land of the Dead is active. No, thank you. Simulacrum, Blood Depth, Self-Sacrifice. Nope, and over here. Blood for Blood. Blood for the Blood God. Picking up a health globe removes the health cost of the next blood spell. This effect can stack up to 10 times. This has potential in combination with the blood rush, of course. Blood is power. After cumulatively losing 100% of your maximum life, all ability cooldowns are reduced by 20%. I think the only one we have is Blood Rush. So it's not overly useful for us. This effect cannot reduce an ability's cooldown more than once for each time that ability is used. Okay, so nothing in here actually interests me at the moment. Good to know. And onwards we go. Looking for the way down. Okay, there's foes on all sides. Let's take a moment to regroup and murder everything around me. There we are. All ready to move on. Desecrator, Orbiter, Fast, and Avenger. So. I think Desecrator used to be much more powerful. They did nerf it a bit over time. It used to be really scary, and I think Desecrate could stack in the past. It might actually be that it no longer does. Oh, hello there, yellow. At least there was a yellow in there. Might be that I targeted one of the minions instead of the yellow itself for my skeletal onslaught, but it doesn't matter. When something dies, we summon more things. Oh yeah, and also, let's send in the revives. Focusing down some support mobs does help a bit as well. And then the yellow is the only one standing. Okay, I'll just consume more corpses. And we found the next way down. Tower of the Cursed, Part 2.
Oh, the things I'm going to do to you.
You have interesting taste.
My mind is my own again.
Okay, that is good for you, that your mind is your own again. Ah yes, succubi.
To pay for my freedom, I have only my own flesh and blood. Come, Maiden of Lust lurks below.
Okay, there is a
Maiden of Lust lured us with her damned promises. I'll never forget what she made me do.
Vile forces are closing
mortar,
in.
juggernaut,
Raise your weapons.
desecrator, and teleporter. So we'll just send our skeletons after you. That at least will keep you occupied. And might be time to just get some revives in, just to increase the number of targets to distract you with. Also need more mages. Always need more mages. Yeah, exactly. You are gonna go bye-bye. And then corpses. Lots of corpses. Okay, contrary to how it felt a little bit earlier, here I am starting to notice that, well, things actually are rather sturdy. And they take a while to shoot down. This could mean that the Azmodan fight is gonna be interesting. Of course, before we face the Lord of Sin, we're gonna have to deal with a sinful lady. Lady Cydaea. More demon breath. That will all come in handy a bit later. I don't think we actually have some crafting recipes for it yet. It's gonna be, well, the level 70 plus gear, I think. Well, 70 plus level 70. I think there is a plus. Ah, yes. Exactly. There's the exit already. Heart of the Cursed.
If I never see another staircase, it will be too soon.
Always complaining. Complaining, complaining, complaining. And now, Lady Cydaea. Good to see you again. Just preemptively get a couple of helpers out.
Oh yes, I've been looking forward to this.
And they turn into corpses. How lovely. Here, take them as revives instead.
You want to make me bleed? And I thought
And
we
the
were
skeletons
friends.
go in. I thought you were
Why are
the
you hurting me?
pain is good kind of
I
person.
eat you.
I will enjoy playing with your corpse.
And she goes bye-bye. And then the Sin Heart, the second Sin Heart, the final Sin Heart. So, quick look at some of the items that dropped. Ooh, those pants gave us a lot of health regen. I think I'm alright right now. Might come to regret those words, but well, you only live once. We'll see. So this one is so steep that it's actually difficult to teleport down the stairs.
This is where Azmodan's evil thrives and festers, but not for long.
Okay, some phase beasts. I think it's going to be useful to actually take a quick town stop at the portal that we just passed. Just to empty our pockets so we are ready for the next fight. Which will of course be Azmodan himself.
That treasure could be of use to us.
I like treasure. There. Let's go back to Bastion's Keep. Empty our pockets and then move forward. We are getting quite a lot of gems now. I'm sure that's only gonna increase even more. Teleporting to a health globe, that works out rather well. Okay, maxed out revives, and we are back in business. Note to self, don't stand in flamethrowers. They hurt. So apparently we already scoped out where Azmodan is. So we don't have to walk too far to get to him. Standing in front of the flamethrower for the fight might not be the best of ideas, but
I'm afraid not.
It kind of works. 4 minutes. It would be nice if we can extend that a little bit, just so we have a little bit of leeway in the actual Azmodan fight. Because I don't remember any minions from that fight. Okay, that goes rather well. Oh, look, more minions. And let's just get back to full essence.
These
some
abominations
looks.
must die.
Knockback, arcane, shielding and plagued. The last thing standing between us and Azmodan. Note to self, my true damage is in mages, so make sure my mage count is maxed. Excellent. Okay. The Heart of Sin. And an unexpected bonus. 1 succubus. So anything here that is useful. Fair chunk of life regen, some vitality, you lose a little bit of damage, but yeah. Command Golem. It's all those bonuses to skills that we don't actually use. Okay, Azmodan. Let's do this. Just look at the scope of this. This goes even deeper.
Nephilim fool, when the soul stone is embedded in my flesh, the seven shall be as one within me. I will be the sum of all hells, the prime evil.
That doesn't sound good. Wait. Skeletons, attack! So those fireballs hurt more the further they travel.
Arrogant Nephilim, my servants will feast on your pride as they devour your flesh.
Which is why it's kind of a problem if you're trying to tank him from very far away.
Arrogant Nephilim,
because then they can one-shot you.
Feast on your pride as they devour your flesh. Enough! The dark power of it. Arrogant Nephilim, my servants will feast on your pride as they devour your flesh. Enough!
So that was about a quarter of my health.
Arrogant Nephilim, my servants will feast on your pride as they devour your flesh.
Okay, we'll just run again and he is gone. Azmodan.
We've done it! Quickly now, Leah. Trap Azmodan's essence within the Soul Stone.
It's done!
I never dared dream. All evil lies trapped within that stone. Once it is destroyed, the eternal conflict will finally end.
Destroying the stone is no simple matter. There are rituals to consider. We must return to the keep and make our final preparations.
Ta-da! Another demon lies dead. A greater lord of hell, or lesser evil of hell. Either way, we can go back to town and celebrate with everybody else.
An incredible victory. I knew Azmodan could never stand up to the likes of you.
Where are Adria, Leah, and Tyrael?
They're all in the armory, no doubt celebrating. You should join them.
Let's see. Anything that is an upgrade. Ooh, a one-hander whose damage is only 35% less than a two-hander. We are getting some very tempting looking upgrades here. And these are an actual upgrade. Cool. Cool. So let's wreck them and then celebrate in the armory. You know what? We'll actually just get rid of some of these gems just to lighten the burden a little bit and increase the suspense. Okay. Party town. That's a bit of a messy party.
Adria, when did you decide to betray us?
20 years ago, a great and terrible power drew me to Tristram. But Aiden, Leoric's eldest son, defeated that power and sought to contain it within his own flesh.
The Dark Wanderer.
It was Diablo I saw within him, and I pledged myself to his service. Now, at last, his grand design comes to fruition. Dear Leah, Deckard always suspected your true father was Diablo himself. And now, my daughter, you shall serve as his vessel.
I live. But I am more than I once was. The 7 evils are now one within me. I am the prime evil. Well done, faithful Adria. Go now, until I call upon you again. Now, at last, to my true goal, the one that has always eluded me. The utter destruction of the high heavens.
Tum. Betrayal. At the moment of a victory. Let's see what the movie is gonna say.
Even in the heart of heaven, angels can still feel fear.
My old enemy. You cannot hide from me, no matter what form you choose to wear. Let your true self be revealed. Diablo.
Leah is gone. The power that slept within her belonged to Diablo. And he is reborn, stronger than ever. The heavens were his true target all this time. And now, the angels stand on the brink of annihilation.
Welcome to heaven. Not as lovely a place as it used to be.
The heavens, what have we done?
And it is here where, once again, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching. And hope to see you again next time when we take on Act 4 on our quest to hunt down Diablo himself. Bye bye.